If you're watching this, you're likely thinking about running your own webinar, but you might be lost on what gear or software you need to make it look and sound great. Today, I'm going to walk you through everything you need to produce a professional quality webinar, from cameras and mics to streaming software and internet best practices. So let's dive in. First up is camera gear. Your built-in laptop webcam will do the job, but for most people using a laptop that's more than 2 years old, a full HD webcam from Logi, Elgato, or Anker is a great upgrade to what comes standard with your device. If you're using a Mac, here's a power move. Use your iPhone as a webcam with Apple's continuity camera. It taps into the crystal clear clarity of the iPhone's rear camera, which is way better than most webcams on the market. I'm actually using it right now as part of our setup. It's quick, it's easy, and it's gear that I already have in my pocket. Connect it to your Mac using a USB-C cable to keep it powered and stable during the stream. You can do it wirelessly, but I've had varying results with the stability. And if you want to go pro, a mirrorless camera like Sony's ZV-E10 can make your video look truly broadcast level. However, you'll need to connect it to your computer using a high-speed HDMI cable and a USB capture card, so that's something to consider with cost. Next, let's talk microphones. Viewers can tolerate average quality video, but it's much harder for them to forgive poor audio. USB microphones like the Blue Yeti, which I'm using for this video, or the Rode NT USB, are great starting points. They're easy to use, relatively inexpensive, and are widely available. When you hear the difference between your built-in laptop mic and dedicated microphone, you may very well wonder how you did without one for so long. It might even inspire you to start a podcast. If you're after pro level sound, an XLR microphone like Shure's SM7B with an audio interface like the one from Focusrite will take things up a notch. And if you're tight on space, lav microphones like the Rode SmartLav Plus can do the trick. Just keep them close to your mouth and away from noisy areas and you'll be good to go. Now, headphones. In my opinion, for webinars, they should not be optional. They stop mics from picking up speaker audio, which means no echo or distracting feedback. Keep your volume low enough so that your mic doesn't accidentally pick up anything other than your voice. Microphones can be extremely sensitive, so it's best to be cautious. And let's not forget lighting. A ring light is a quick win, easy to use and gives you a nice even glow. If you want more polish, try a softbox light or something like the Litra Glow, which will allow you to even dial in the temperature of the light, letting you add some warmer or cooler tones to your video. But the big tip here is to never sit with the window directly behind you. You'll end up in shadow and you'll look like you're in witness protection. Face your light source head on and make sure that your face is the brightest thing on the screen. All right, now for the software. To go live, you'll need streaming software. Zoom is a simple and very familiar tool, and StreamYard is great for branded, browser-based broadcasts. Restream lets you go live on multiple platforms at once, although so do a lot of the other platforms I've mentioned, but this is what they're known for. And Vimeo's built-in broadcasting software is another option if you're already using Vimeo for hosting. Take some time to think about what it is you're looking for from your webinar, and then pick the software that fits your goals and comfort level. You'll also need an attendee platform where people can actually watch the webinar. Vimeo and StreamYard both offer webinar platforms that are great for branded professional events with registration included. YouTube is free, but limited in tracking individual viewers. And finally, Zoom and Teams work well for internal sessions and tracking attendee data, but you don't get as many branding opportunities. I'd suggest choosing a platform that balances collecting attendee data while providing your audience with a smooth, branded experience. You'll want it to feel different than that Monday morning team call. Registration pages are essential. They don't just track who shows up, they also help you follow up later on. Look for tools that track registration, live attendance, and on-demand viewing all in one place. That's powerful marketing data that you absolutely do not want to miss out on. Most of the platforms I've mentioned do have some sort of registration tool, so play around with them and see which one you like best. Now, if you're bringing in guest speakers, help them look and sound as good as you do. Send them this simple checklist. Use a good webcam, a decent microphone or wired earbuds, face the light source, raise their laptop to eye level, and clean up their background to make sure it's not too noisy. It's easy. And as a bonus, tell them to have a glass of water ready. Now, when it comes to internet, the connection matters a lot. Wi-Fi is convenient, but it is also unreliable when it comes to stability. For webinars, do your best to go wired. An Ethernet cable gives you a stable, consistent signal, which should result in no pixelation, lag, or inexplicable broadcast errors. If you are on a newer laptop, you'll probably notice you don't have an Ethernet port, but you can easily grab a USB-C to Ethernet adapter online. They're cheap, and they're a small upgrade for a huge impact. When you put all of this information together, your setup might include a full HD webcam or your iPhone, a USB microphone, wired headphones, a ring light or softbox, StreamYard for going live, Vimeo or YouTube for hosting, and a wired internet connection. This setup will take your webinar from average to impressive. And please, please, please test everything before the big day. Do a full run through about a week or two before the broadcast date, and then again 24 hours before your actual broadcast. Check your audio, camera framing, lighting, internet, screen sharing, and anything else that you plan to play during your webinar, such as videos or music. And get a friend or colleague to join and give you feedback. Trust me, it is absolutely worth your time. So that was a lot of information I just gave you, but here's the great news. You can absolutely do this by yourself. With the right gear and a bit of planning, your webinar can look and sound fantastic. But hey, if this is not something that you want to take on and you just want to focus on messaging, then let someone else handle all the tech. And that's what we do. We help people just like you deliver high quality webinars without any of the stress. So if you want to talk to us about your next event, just reach out. We're happy to help, even if it is just a quick call to get you started. Thanks for watching, and the best of luck with your next webinar.